Hey guys, how you going? So today we're going to be talking about the Steel Snorkel that I got through Fabwitz Industries. I'm so excited to share it with you guys and why I chose them. And yeah, it's probably one of the most exciting mods that I wanted to do to my four-wheel drive, and I reckon it looks absolutely awesome to the Pajero, and it also sounds very good. But yeah, we'll get into that later. Alrighty guys, so you might be asking, why did I choose to go through Fabwitz Industries? Right, so there's not a lot of places that do these Steel Snorkels for the Pajeros, so I had like three options to go through. Now you could either make a custom snorkel for the car, but then people haven't done it before, so it might not look as great. Then you have Meredith Metalworks. Now they do an awesome looking snorkel. It pretty much looks the same as this one, but they were a bit more expensive. And then you have Fabwitz, and they offered for a better price, and then I reckon it also looks great, and they've obviously done Pajeros before, so that's why it looks cool, because they have trialed and tested, you know, the snorkels before they made it official to Pajeros. So yeah, Fabwitz is really cool. It's based in Harrisville, which is like south of Ipswich, and I'm in Brisbane, so well, north of Brisbane, so it took me about an hour and a half to get there. Now it does seem a bit far, but it's so worth it. On my way there, you're going through Warwick, which is like the countryside, and you know, as you go through the Ipswich area, everything is country, so it's really beautiful to drive out there. And it was just such a good day trip, actually, I would say. I went there in the morning, dropped my car off, and then I just spent my time there waiting for the boys to finish it up. All I can say is they've done an awesome job. It was so cool as well. I had the opportunity to play with puppies. They got a new litter, and by the way, it is for sale, some of those puppies, in case you might be wondering, and they are massive, the parents. Like, it was so cool. So yeah, I basically just sat on the ground playing with the puppies all the time. There were so many of them. There's also a lot of cows around as well, so I walked up to them, gave them a pat, and yeah, it's just beautiful, the scenery as well. It's like overlooking like a farm sort of thing, so it was really nice. The people as well are very cool. Thanks Corey, I think your name was, better be. You worked on my car along with your other mate, and yeah guys, they really do a fantastic job. Everything was so professional. Like, here you can see the way that they've cut the hole for the snorkel. Like, they have all the tools and they have the knowledge, which is great, and that's what I was after. They also use like protective gear not to scratch my guards, because man, I really don't want someone to mess my car up while they do the job for me. And I was also scared to install the snorkel myself, because I've done other modifications like the bigger radiator and the intercooler pipe, so I really didn't want to fiddle around with it myself, and that's why I sent it to Fabwitz so they can sort it out for me. So why Steno? Now there's obviously a lot of options. Well, not a lot of options, but there's plastic and there's stainless steel snorkels. Now plastic is nice, but I just feel like stainless steel snorkel looks better with the car. It's so sleek and it just suits the car. Like, you get your plastic snorkels that just looks better on other cars instead of Steno, but I reckon, in my opinion, stainless steel snorkels look better on the Pajero rather than the plastic. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I'd be keen to hear which option you went for and why. I would also love to show you guys the work that they've done. So yeah, let me show you how good everything looks. Alrighty, so it's a 4-inch stainless steel snorkel. So it starts from there, it comes all the way down into the engine bay. It remains 4-inch, and then it goes into the factory airbox. Now have a look at those welds. They just look perfect, don't they? So yeah, I'm super happy with it, and that's why I get people to do it for me, because it's just so worth it. So it's all siliconed up as well. It is fully sealed, which is great, and then yeah, just your standard airbox. Now they had to cut little tiny section out with the plastic, as you can see over there. That's just to make sure it's all good. And then as you can see on this side, remember how I did this one in my previous episode? This is what they actually done. They made a new bracket for me, and now this thing is solid as, and luckily there was just enough room for a washer bottle. Now look how fancy this thing is. It's so cool, eh? So that's where you put your water in. There you go. It's got a seal as well, which is great. So yeah, that's basically just the water that goes out onto your windscreen in case it's dirty. So yeah, that is a very nice looking unit, and I absolutely froth it. So yeah, everything is very solid. Very happy with that. Awesome. So there you go, guys. You can definitely see everything works perfectly and everything is solid. And yeah, the guys at Fabwitz made it work, even though there were a few complications. But yeah, so thanks guys for doing an absolute awesome job. I can't recommend them enough, guys. I definitely like it. Now you might be asking how much it was as well. Now the whole snorkel, everything, including the bracket that they made, cost me $1,320. So yeah, that is not too bad. That's still more affordable than other competitors. So I'm super happy with that. And then another cool thing as well, like once I was done at Fabwitz, they said if there's any problems, I can just come back to them and they'll fix it up. And I didn't go back because everything worked. So that is another good thing. You can drive off with confidence if you live far away and know that everything's going to work. So that's great. But yeah, obviously once the work is done, just have a look over everything yourself as well. And if you're happy, you can drive off. But yeah, on the way back, I stopped at a pub, and this is so cool. It's in the countryside, and yeah, everyone was just so friendly. So I had a great beer, and yeah, I just sort of treated myself with the snorkel and the beer on that day, and just made it a good outing for the day, and just had fun. But yeah, guys, you might also be wondering now with stainless snorkels, because they sort of, you know, end upwards, does it let rain in? Now, yes, it does. It doesn't allow a lot of rain, but obviously it does suck quite a fair bit of wind. So if the rain's going to come in that direction, it's definitely going to suck it in. Now, should you be worried? I wouldn't say you should be worried. If you got a drain hole in your airbox, make sure to leave that open in case you get water in. With the Pajero, I don't think it does have a drain hole, so I know it really sucks, but if it rains heavily, it's probably best just to check in your airbox if there's any water in before you start up your car, because obviously if water ends up in your engine, that's where problems will happen. However, don't stress. The last few weeks it has been raining quite a bit here in Brisbane, and I had no water in my airbox, so that is pretty good. So it's just like a tiny bit of water that goes in, and then, you know, it absorbs in the pipes or something. But yeah, it doesn't go through into the intake, which is great. So yeah, don't stress too much about that. And then you might be asking, is the snorkel very loud? Now, yes, it is. Definitely loud when you have a high flow filter in it. It's pretty loud, but if you've got the standard air filter in there, then it's very nice. It doesn't bother you at all on the road. It's quiet. So yeah, basically what I'm doing is from home to work every day, I just keep in the standard air filter. And then when I go out camping with the mates, and then that's where you really want to, you know, show off, then you put your high flow in, and then it's nice and loud. It's only for the weekend, so you don't mind the noise, you know. Some of you might just love the noise, but yeah, personally, if you drive with the window down with the high flow filter, it's gonna make your ears sore, whereas with the standard air filter, it's very nice and quiet. You can definitely drive with your windows down. Is it a problem that it's on the driver's side? No, it's not. There's a tiny bit of wind noise on the highway, like the air going between the snorkel and the body creates a bit of a noise, but that's nothing too much of a drama. You just turn up the music a tiny bit and you don't hear it at all. So yeah, but I don't know, you really can't complain about that too much. But yeah, it's pretty good. Now you guys might be asking as well, does it flutter? Now, yes, it does go and I love that. I told the boys at work, I was like, oh man, if I get a stainless snorkel, I really want it to flutter, and it does flutter, but it's very interesting. It only flutters under load. So if you drive off in second gear and you let off the pedal, then it does flutter. And then in fifth gear, if you keep it in fifth in sports mode and you give it some and you let off, it does flutter. which sounds like this. Hey Siri, what sound does a snorkel make? Oh wait, I don't have an iPhone. Never mind, let's ask the snorkel itself. Hey Pajero, what sound does a snorkel make? Great guys, well there you go. Let's wrap it up for today. That's the stainless steel snorkel. What do you guys prefer again? Stainless steel, do you reckon it looks great? Or do you prefer the plastic snorkel? Plastic snorkel is probably half the price. But yeah, I reckon stainless steel. It looks good, sounds good, and it's just, I don't know, I love it. But yeah, what do you guys think? Thanks guys, make sure to check out Fabwitz Industries. They did an awesome job, and yeah, just the whole experience itself was great. It's not just the work that I've done, it's just the whole experience. So make a day trip of it and go out to Harrisville and just enjoy the countryside. It's so beautiful out there, and yeah, absolutely love it. But anyway guys, keen to use this car, and yeah, we're nearly done with all the mods, and then we can finally go out and, I don't know, use the car for what it's built to. So anyway, have a good one guys, and see you later. Woo! Have a good one. Bye.